In other words, what Joe Biden is saying right now is the official position of the entire executive branch of the U.S. government. That would include the Justice Department, the various intel agencies, and the world's most powerful standing military. Think about that.
But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. And that is a threat to this country. These are hard things. But I'm an American president.
No, you're not.
Not a president of red America, blue America, but of all America.
Liar.
And I believe it's my duty to level with you, to tell the truth, no matter how difficult.
You don't know the truth.
No matter how painful. And here, in my view, is what is true.
You don't know the truth.
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution.
We are the
They
Constitution.
do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Liar.
And now, America must choose to move forward or to move backwards, to build a future or obsess about the past, to be a nation of hope and unity and optimism, or a nation of fear, division, and of darkness.
Liar.
MAGA Republicans have made their choice. They embrace anger.
No, we don't.
They thrive on chaos.
No, we don't.
They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies.
That's a lie.
MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards.
Nope.
They promote authoritarian leaders, and they fan the flames of political violence
No, you do.
that are a threat to our personal rights,
No, you are.
to the pursuit of justice, to the rule of law, to the very soul of this country. Michael Ludwig has called Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans, quote, a clear and present danger to our democracy.
You're a commie.
You don't have to be a Trump voter to see a speech like this as a turning point in American history. For hundreds of years, the U.S. has had a political system comprised of two competing parties. If you were to declare one of those parties criminal and illegitimate, what would you be left with? Well, you'd be left with a one-party state. And that is what Joe Biden is calling for tonight, a one-party state.
This is not appropriate for the President of the United States speaking to us. I don't care what kind of argument you present to me. I'm telling you, in communications, they will tell you this is problematic all day. It looks like war. It looks like blood. It looks like death. I mean, the media was contemplating that he would be coming out all blazing saddles mentally, and this would be a reflection of his campaign. If this night is a reflection of his campaign, we in trouble.
What they called the liberal world order, a man who has been rejected by the American people, and a movement that has been rejected by the American people decades ago. Joe Biden is in collapse. Joe Biden is in retreat. Joe Biden is panicking, and like any despot, like any fascistic authoritarian leader, he is going to begin to attack his political rivals, just like Stalin did the kulaks. Remember, Joseph Stalin said that the starving kulaks in Ukraine were attacking the Soviet Union through their starvation. There is no depths to which these people cannot sink. And the parallels have never been clearer. The lines between darkness and light have never been more clear. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a spiritual battle. This is a battle between good and evil, darkness and light. Look at this image. This is an image of two Americas, okay? Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Let's go, Royce. That's the image. That's the difference right there. Make your choice. Which way, Western man? Which America do you want? The blood-red, Moloch-worshipping America that desecrates your most sacred lands? This was a national park that Joe Biden was speaking on. He had the military. He ordered the military to stand behind him while he called half the country traitors.
Blech.
Or a man who hugs
Makes me
the American flag. and says that
Makes
our
me
best
sick.
days are yet to come. A person who deeply agrees with that joins the show. Okay, so what did you think about the Mulak worship last night with Joe Biden?
I mean, it was ridiculous, actually. I mean, it's scary. I guess what I do just for perspective for people is like, imagine Donald Trump made that speech about 75 million Democrat voters.
Yes.
You know, like, and you can be a Democrat, but like
They'd pull
your
him right out of that
conservative
White
brother,
House.
Your MAGA uncle, your MAGA dad, they are a threat to democracy. I mean, if that's not a call to violence in its subtle, I don't know what is. I hope to God that it is not.
Motherfucker put a target on our back.
They are trying to weaponize whatever they can against Donald Trump, against the MAGA movement, against American first Republicans and conservatives, this sort of new conservative movement. I guess they're doing that because, this sort of old Republican movement maybe felt the same way, but they just roll over every time the Democrats push back. So the Democrats were fine with their existence. Now that they know they're not just going to, sit by and just watch these idiots destroy our country, whether it's turning peace deals in the Middle East to war on the Eastern Front of Europe. Just the list goes on and on. The incompetency goes on and on. But if Donald Trump gave that speech,
he'd be gone.
Imagine what the media would do. If Donald Trump had that background for any speech,
they'd call him the Antichrist and everything.
If we had a real media, they would be going nuts right now.
Yep.
They wouldn't be running cover desperately for a speech that looked like if Mussolini and Hitler got together and decided how to speak, in pre-World War II Europe.
Yep.
But honestly, the imagery was exactly that. You could clip line by line in any one of them. I mean, you're telling me that's not something out of the front of the Reichstag at this point?
Uh-huh.
And yet, that was in front of, I guess, Independence Hall. I mean, it's a disgrace.
A big disgrace.
To our country, but that he could vilify that many Americans.
Hillary calls it the Great Culling, the only threat to democracy, which we are a republic. But the only threat is these guys right here. You know how I always say, they are what they call us. Again, they are what they call us. It is a war tactic, and it's been used for many, many generations to usher in communism. But you see, it's not just communism, guys. It's globalism. It's worse. It's so much worse. The people that are behind this man, the ones that are really calling the shots, these people are the actual Nazis that they've been calling us. See, the Nazis never went away. They're alive and well. They're so alive and well, they're called the World Economic Forum. They never went away. They're just now showing their evil faces. Well, I just hope and pray that this has woke many people up to what's really taking place. And what's really taking place should scare the shit out of every single one of you, including you raging lunatic liberals. Oh, never mind. You guys are too busy applauding this guy with thunderous applause as he's speaking about committing war on 50% of the American people. I want you to really take a step back, you Democrats. I want you to take a step back, and I want you to understand that this, what you saw, is not normal whatsoever. Everything that's happening right now, everything that's been happening, that we've been warning about, is all coming to pass. We warned you guys about what was coming. Like I said, they're not just after us, conservatives. They're after you too. Libbies, they're after you too. Once they've got full control, and I mean full control, you're going to see something that you never thought possible. They're going to immediately crash down on crime, meaning if you BLM members go out there and try to even try to protest, oh no, you're gone. They're going to put your ass right in prison. Okay? They've only used you. They've used the rainbow crowd. That's what they do. They use certain demographics of people as their army, and at the very end they will crush you into 1,000 pieces. Now I'm warning you, you need to prepare for what's coming. For what's coming is going to be a shock to your system, and you should have listened from the beginning. I am your friend. I am your family. I am just a normal, everyday human being that had somewhat of discernment on what was taking place. They had you turn your back upon me and people like me. They have you hating us for sinister reasons. All we are freedom-loving people for all. And we do not want our country taken over by globalists, by the New World Order. You laughed and scoffed when we were telling you that a New World Order existed. And then, right in your face, spat upon your face, Biden said in front of the world that they are the new liberal world order. What we had been warning you about, but you still go along with it. Do you really hate so much where you're going to destroy your own lives, your own children's lives, because you have some weird hate for people that are Christian, for people that have conservative values? We may not all think alike, but that's what makes us, humans. We all have different views. It's not normal to punish or put in prison or harm people that think differently than you. You guys better start waking up, because it's about to go down. And I'll tell you what's coming, what you've seen now, this is nothing. This is nothing for what's coming. We have the coming of the lawless one, Antichrist, will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders and serve the lie in all of the ways that the wickedness deceives those who are perishing. They perish because they refused to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie and so that they all will be condemned, who all not believe the truth but have delighted in wickedness and disobedience. My God, wake up.